comments coming in. Congress MP Rahul Gandhi has now raised security breach during the Bharat Jodo Yatra, which is currently in Jammu and Kashmir. He's gone on to say, and I'm quoting, "Today during the Yatra, the security arrangements of the police collapsed. Policemen were not seen leaving their tunnel. My security personnel said that we could not go any further. I had to stop my journey as others were traveling. It is the responsibility of me and my team and to take care of other people. It is the responsibility of the administration to control the crowd." That's the big claim that's being made by Rahul Gandhi during the Bharat Jodo Yatra, where he's gone on to say that the security arrangements of the police have collapsed. Let's listen in.
Quite a large crowd that had gathered, and we were looking forward to walking. Police arrangement completely collapsed, and the police people who were supposed to manage the crowd and hold the rope were nowhere to be seen. Security people were very uncomfortable with me walking further on the yatra, so we had to I had to cancel my walk. The other yatris, of course, did the walk. It's important that the police manages the crowd so that we can do the yatra. It's very difficult for me to go against what my security people are recommending.
So that's the big claim that's being made by Congress MP Rahul Gandhi. Let me bring in our colleague and senior editor Pallavi also, who's been keeping a close eye on those developments. So Pallavi, there we heard from Rahul Gandhi, who's claiming that there was some sort of a lapse, and he's saying that he was advised to take a pause in the yatra because there are others travelling with him as well. In a situation like this, when we do know that Rahul Gandhi is a person who enjoys heavy security, what is the kind of protocols of his security? What is the kind of security that he enjoys when he steps out in the Bharat Jodo Yatra?
Well, I mean, in any case, enjoy a Z plus security, which means he have a very, very strong security network. But whenever he's traveling, whichever is the state police is always in charge, also as another cordon of security for him. And, you know, ever since they've been crossing Punjab, and for the Punjab and Jammu and Kashmir leg, the Congress party certainly has been raising its concern over security measures for Rahul Gandhi. If you remember, they had also alleged that, you know, the Home Ministry had compromised on its security. But as far as the Jammu and Kashmir administration is concerned, they've made it very clear that if you require more security, we are ready to provide that. But there's a protocol also which he has to follow. In the Jammu and Kashmir leg, what care has been taken is to cut down on the foot portion of the Bharat Jodo Yatra. So there was less of travelling on foot and more wherever required because of security concerns travelling by his vehicle. But today, of course, there seems to be a twist in the tail with Rahul Gandhi himself addressing the media and making the point that, you know, that the security cordon which surrounds him, where he has to walk along the rope, that has been compromised because the security officials were not being found there, and therefore he had to cut short his yatra. I think the next 2 days of his yatra, which ends on 30th, is going to be mired in this kind of controversy. And clearly the Congress party is going to try and show that things are not yet normal in Kashmir. And therefore, the Jammu and Kashmir administration, the central government, has much to account for.
Right. And, you know, this is something that the Congress has been saying time and again, that, you know, whatever authorities on the ground try and do, all of this is because they're frustrated because of the success that the Bharat Jodo Yatra is seeing. But as part of the plan of the Yatra itself, what are sources telling you, Pallavi, over the next 2 days, will we see the Yatra go forward?
Yes, as of now, the Yatra is going to go ahead. I mean, Rahul Gandhi said that. So very quickly tomorrow, the Yatra again resumes, and that's going to come closer to Srinagar on Sunday. That's the 29th, is going to be a press conference by him. And on Monday, of course, the Yatra concludes with the flag hoisting at the Congress headquarters, followed by a rally, which is going to finish off by 3 o'clock. But it's also interesting that there has been a cutting down of the Yatra. The plans have been changing, not just because of weather conditions, also now because of security conditions. Because if something happens, God forbid, to the yatris or the crowd which comes to watch the yatra, that's going to be a huge responsibility which will come in on the Congress. There has been a caution which has been addressed to the Congress party repeatedly by the administration that you have to be very, very careful as far as the yatra is concerned, because there is a Jammu and Kashmir a sensitivity factor which also has to be taken into account.
Right. Pallavi, just going back to what we had heard before the yatra entered its leg in Jammu and Kashmir, there were, as you rightly pointing out, concerns raised on security. Now, earlier when we had seen security concerns being raised as far as the yatra is concerned, many within the opposition had said that because people who were walking with Rahul Gandhi and others, they were not keeping authorities on the ground in loop, so we didn't know what the route would look like. Is that what has happened this time around?
Well, that's always been the complaint of those who've been in charge of Rahul Gandhi's security, that they're impromptu halts taken, the routes are not completely shared in details, and we are concerned about it. In fact, just to step back in time, right on the floor of the House, the Home Minister had himself made the point that there have been many trips taken by Rahul Gandhi abroad without keeping the SPG network in the loop, which was what he was provided for. And even now, security has been compromised several times over. Now, as far as today is concerned, there are always going to be two versions. Politically speaking, the Congress party is repeatedly making the point that yes, his security has been compromised. But as far as the local administration is concerned, they are saying absolutely not. We are ready to provide him additional security, whatever he wants. We have not compromised on any security because we also understand the sensitivity of the person concerned.
Okay, Pallavi, we leave the conversation there. Thanks a lot for getting us all those details. We are also